Welcome to part 2 of my series on creating Pinterest pins with Affinity Publisher. So you may ask, if we are talking about Affinity Publisher, why do I have InDesign open? Well, I want to show you the way that you can relink images in InDesign, and it is so slick. And I was wanting to do this in Publisher. So let's take a look at what we've got set up here. So I have my links window open, which is showing my linked images in my 2-pin document here. One's labeled pin 1, one is labeled pin 2. And so what I can do is I can select these images, go to this little hamburger menu and relink to a folder. And currently I'm in pin images, but let's go to a different folder I have, which is pin images 2. And I'm going to choose that, and boom, my images are automatically updated. Now, the trick to this is having your images named the same thing so that it replaces pin 1 with pin 1 and pin 2 with pin 2. So that's a nice little trick for swapping out images in the correct places. You name the images the same thing, but you put them in different folders, because normally if you try and name images the same thing, your computer's not going to let you. It'll either ask if you want to replace it or change the name. But by putting the same named images, pin 1, pin 2 in this case, into different folders, it works. So that is how it works in InDesign. Well, let's see if we can accomplish this also in Publisher. Okay, here we are in Publisher. So we saw that we had a links window in InDesign. There is something similar in Publisher. So under the window menu, go to Resource Manager, and you will find all of your linked files in your document. So in this file, I can click on this. I can switch it to embed. So you'll remember, if you watched the previous video in this series, that at the beginning in the document setup under document, I did preferred linked instead of preferred embedded. And I said that that would come into play in a future video, and here it is. If you did not do that, or if your images are embedded, you can toggle between embedded and linked in this window as well. So I'm going to leave them linked. So if you have a very small file like this one, I've only got 2 pins. The fastest way to do it will be just to go replace, and then I'm going to find my other folder that has different images, but they are labeled the same, and I'm just going to open. All right, so that is one way that you can switch, and that's probably going to be the fastest. But let's just say we wanted to do this in bulk. How could we do this? So one thing that you can do is I'm going to click on this, and I'm currently in the desktop pin images folder is where these particular images are found. So what I can do is I can go to my files and to my desktop pin images, and I could just get rid of these. I can move them somewhere else, or in my case, I've got a copy elsewhere, so I'm just going to trash them. So now what that has done is it has broken the links. So they're missing the links now. So in that case, we have this option now to select these and relink. Now what happens when I choose a different folder is nothing, really. One time I feel like it did work, but I cannot replicate it. So I'm going to show you the other thing that I have found. So we broke those links already. Let's just save this and close it. And then let's open it again. And this image is still here. I don't know why it's not displaying, but I need this pop-up, so I'm not going to worry about the fact that this one's missing. So it says some of your linked resource files are missing. Would you like to locate them? You have the option to say yes, no, or Resource Manager. We already know Resource Manager is not useful for this purpose, so let's click yes. And now I am in Pin Images 2 folder, which has my different images. I'm just going to select them and open it. And you'll see, even though I only selected one, it changed both of my images. So I'm going to just need to reposition this a little bit, but it changed both of my images. So that is your little workaround for swapping out in images in Affinity Publisher. So you'll need to go into the resource manager first, figure out from this little area here the path to the images, and then break that path by either relocating your images on your computer or, if you have a copy saved, just trash them. So somehow break the path that it is looking for in this particular area here. Once you've broken that path, then you just save your file and then you close your file. And then when you reopen it, it will give you that option to relink. You want to choose yes, not resource manager. And then you will be able to swap out all your images. So this can be useful if you have a large file of pins and you want to go back at a later date and create fresh pins with fresh images. If you are just careful with your naming conventions, then you will be able to easily swap out all of the images into new pins without having to recreate each one by one. So hopefully that's a helpful little hack to accelerate your content production. And thank you for watching. In the next video and the final video in this series, we are going to play around with the data merge option in order to also update the titles on our pins.